So we're gonna start the lesson 2 on booklet number 3. In this particular one, it says lesson 2, substitution into expression. Okay. Expression. And what they meant here is we'll start with the word substitution. What does the word substitution mean? In replace of, right? So if I get a sub, somebody is replacing me for that day. Okay? So that's what it means, in replace of something. Expression. What we're doing here is a mathematical expression. So that has something to do with polynomials. So our goal for today is to substitute given values into a polynomial expression and evaluate the expression. Okay, the word evaluate, we talked about that before. What does evaluate mean? The value of. We're trying to figure out the value. What is the worth of something, right? Evaluate means what is the value. Okay, the word, if you're in English class, there's such thing as a root word, and the root word there is value. What we're trying to figure out is what is the value of that expression? What is that worth? Okay. So I'm taking time to kind of organize this and to talk about these one first before we jump into the math piece. So a polynomial, which we already talked about yesterday, a polynomial expression contains numbers and variables. Okay, numbers and variables, and the numbers could be the coefficient, and it could be the constant. Remember that the variable is the latter part of the term. We know that. It represents an unknown value or quantity. When we are given the value of the variable, we can substitute. Substitute means replace. We can replace this value into the expression, and then once we've replaced something, we can determine the value of the entire expression. Okay? So here's the expression, 2x plus 3. What does that mean, 2x plus 3? It means 2 times x, whatever that x value is, plus 3. Okay? So that's the expression. 2x means 2 times x plus 3. Now here's the thing. It says here, if x is equals to 4, so they're telling us now, what are we trying to do? We're replacing x. We're replacing x with what? 4. We are replacing the x with 4 here. Okay, let's do that. Let's replace the x with 4. What would that look like? Instead of 2 times x, okay, can I go like that?
No, bracket.
Okay, what does that look like? Is that correct?
No, this is 24.
No, what's wrong with that? I replaced the x with 4.
But there is no, maybe, then it's division or something.
Okay, so now,
Either bracket or sign.
yeah, I'm gonna use brackets here because I wanna make sure I'm not confusing myself with x. Is that the multiplication x or is that the x variable x? Okay? Right? 2 times x plus 4. So if I replace the x with 4, it's 2 times 4, right? Plus 3, sorry. Okay, now, how do we do this?
2 times 4.
What's the answer?
11.
Okay,
8 plus 3.
8 plus 3 is 11. And what did you just do? Can I go like this? 4 plus 3, okay, 4 plus 3 is 7, and then times it by 2, 14. Can I do that?
Cross multiply.
Why not? Because of
Bad math.
What math?
bad mass. Bad mass. We talked about that before. We had to follow a certain rule, orders of operation. So with this, what operation do I do first?
Multiplication.
We must follow bed mass, and that's why we talked about this at the beginning. Multiply first before we add. So multiply these two first. Okay, let's pay attention. The first step is to substitute and then work it out. Okay, substitute and work it out. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3, and then 8 plus 3, 11. Okay. This is something that we want to make sure we follow, and you are going to grade, we're going to do 11, and then we're also going to do 12, and I want us to make sure that we are following the right way. This is something that I don't want to see, okay? This is a yes, and this is a no. Tell me why. Okay.
Underneath.
It's correct, right? It's, yeah, because this one plus that, yeah. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it line by line by line by line, because it's gonna get crazy. This is not so bad, right? So what does that say? I'm telling us, discussing this. This line equals to
This is correct.
the next line underneath and the next line. Okay? Good. Now let's do letter B. What are we trying to do? If x is equals to negative 1, what are we going to replace? We're going to replace substitute. That's what it means by substitute. We're going to replace x with negative 1. So let's go ahead and replace the x with negative 1. Can I do that?
No.
Can I do that? What's,
Bracket.
Bracket.
what are we gonna do? Yes.
You put
Remember,
bracket.
it
Will
says
be
2 times x. So 2 times negative 1. I gotta put the brackets in. Okay, so what do we do next? Orders of operation, multiply first and then add. So 2 times negative 1 is
Minus 2.
negative 2 plus 3. Negative 2 plus 3 is
Positive 1.
2. Negative 2 plus 3 is
1.
1. Very good. Very good. So, what does that mean? 2 times x plus 3 2 times x plus 3, the expression when replaced with the negative 1, if x is negative 1, the value is positive 1. Okay. Good? Yeah? You like this? I like it.
3 times 6.
Oh, because, you know why I like it? It's because it's starting to lead us to linear functions, quadratic functions, and so on. Okay. Determine the value, sometimes it's called evaluate, the polynomial expression 3x minus 4y. Okay, what are we going to replace? They're saying that we're going to replace x with a 2, and we're going to replace the y with a 9.
Minus 36.
So I'm just going to write this on 3x, so 3 times x minus 4y. Okay, I'm going to replace the x by 2. So 3 times 2 minus 4 times 9. Okay. Again, we are going to continue to follow the orders of operation. So we had to multiply first and then subtract. So equals 3 times 2 is 6 minus 4 times 9 is 36. And what would that be? Minus 30. Okay. So far so good? Okay. Let's do the last bit. Okay, why don't you go do the last bit? Okay, I want to see steps, okay? I don't want just the answer. Okay, what did you get?
She asked me how many.
Minus 3.
Oh, just dictate lots, because I need some more tomorrow. Thank you.
Minus 3.
Okay, so 3 times x minus 4y, that's my expression, right? Okay. I don't know yet. Is it negative 27?
Negative 3.
No.
Minus 3.
Okay, let's see. I'm not sure.
In my opinion.
Okay, let's see. I'm not sure. I haven't worked it out yet. So 3 times what?
Minus 5.
Negative 5 minus 4 times negative 3. Okay? Is that okay? So I'm putting brackets because it's indicating a multiplication. Okay, multiply first. Negative 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And then negative 4 times negative 3 is plus 12. Yeah. So it's going to be negative 15 plus 12 is negative 3. How do you like that? Pretty easy? Pretty easy, right? Yeah. Huh? So far, so good. Thankfully. Yeah, we're okay for time. Let's finish this off. Example 3. Now, ooh, what kind of polynomial do we have in here? We got 5x squared plus 6 times x. Thank you. Thank you, Sia. Okay, plus 1. This is our expression. Okay. What are we replacing by? Yeah, we're replacing the x with 7. Okay, I like writing it down first. So 5x squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay. Remember, this is times right here, and then there's times there. So 5 brackets 7 squared plus 6 brackets 7 times 7 plus 1. Okay. According to the orders of operation, what do you need to do first? Okay. Brackets, okay. But inside the brackets is just 7. There's really nothing there. Okay. What's the next one? Exponent. So exponent, where do we see our exponent?
7.
The 7 squared, okay? So what's 7 squared?
49.
49. So what I'm gonna do is write this down. 5 times 49 plus 6 times 7 plus 1. So we did the BEDMAS. Started with exponent. Okay, what's the next step?
Multiplication. 1 times 4.
Multiplication. Multiplication. Okay, so 5 times 49, I don't know how much that is.
245.
245. And then plus 6 times 7 is 42
42.
plus 1. Okay, we did the multiplication. And then the last is addition. Addition. So what is that? Somebody do that for me, please? 280.
Just to go back to your second step, when you say exponent, does it matter if you just do it all together?
You did it together? Okay.
I still got to think.
So what did you do? Did you go
Did 5 times
49
7
times,
squared.
yeah, 49 times 5
No, I did 5.
times 7 squared. But in your brain, you were doing the squaring first, right? So when you did this,
I went 5 times 7 power squared whatever.
okay, on your calculator, your calculator is scientific, so it does that particular orders of operation. Okay, but like step by step, that's basically what's happening. Okay, let's finish up. Do we have enough time for example 2? Yeah, okay. And then we'll do this one tomorrow, okay? So go ahead and let's do that. So 5x squared plus 6x plus 1. We're going to replace x by negative 2. So 5 times negative 2 squared plus 6 times negative 2 plus 1. Okay, exponent first. Oh, before you go. Laura. Did you get one yesterday? Oh, that's okay. It's the same thing. Okay, exponent first. So that becomes 5 times negative 2 squared is
4.
positive 4 plus 6 times 2 plus 1.
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Oh, negative 2. Yes, negative 2. Negative 2. Thank you.
Negative 4.
Good.
Yeah.
No, negative times a negative is a positive. Yeah.
Square.
Yeah. So if you got negative 2 squared, okay, negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. Okay.
Because it's
Yeah, that's why there is an eraser.
How you do this one? How you do?
Yeah.
Negative 4.
Negative 2 times negative 2.
20 plus.
Yeah, negative 2 brackets.
How you see?
Okay, so that becomes what? 20 minus 18 plus 1. And that's going to give us 3.
I think it will be.
No, this is value.
Oh my gosh, sorry, minus 12.
Let me show you.
It's going to be 8, 9. Thank you. Okay,
Scared of.
just checking if you know what you're doing. Okay. That's a classic answer. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. We're gonna continue tomorrow, and then we'll get a chance to work on those things tomorrow in class. So rest your brain, study for your, yeah, no assignment, just study for your test.
Well, you are not written for.
No, I'm not done, Mark. Yeah.
Teacher can explain for exponents, but
Uh,